Hey guys, we have finished the Vietnam's Amazing Student 2019 round project development and we got the top 10 teams who have been moving forward. So how about those other 90 teams who are not been selected moving forward? So they are the 90% of the whole contest. So most of the time a contest always invests on the top teams only and forget the rest about those teams. So today in this video I'm going to talk about what amazing thing we also have, because all those 90 teams, the 90% of the other contestant teams which are not being selected as a top 10 teams, and what an amazing thing we have doing together for them to support and help them to develop their projects. So now before moving forward talk about this one, so let me tell you why one of the reason you could not move forward as one of the top 10 teams, and then I will also tell you some key tricks for you to develop those gaps. All right, so Vietnam's Amazing Student, we designed this contest to help you, to make you more employable. So that's why we give you the opportunity to develop those skills which will help you to become employable. The first one, we want you to help you, to give you the vision so you know how to find the problems through questioning, so researching. And then we also want to help you to develop a solution for that problem. And then you have to develop a way to implement that solution as well too. And the fourth thing is you actually measure the impact of your solution. In most of you who are not being selected as a top 10 teams actually had never had the experience, and we know it that you don't have it. That's the reason we want to give you that opportunity to make you understand those are the skills, how much lagging you are. And now I tell you, those are the main skill is going to make you more employable moving forward. As soon as you are going to be graduated from the university and looking for jobs, those are the skills going to help you to get the jobs. But now you find out that those are the skills, how laggings are you, and if you are not getting up, deal with those gaps of the skills, you will have a big problem for the employment. So now what are you going to do? This is the thing I'm going to talk about. What are the things you should be looking into it to cover up those gaps? So I will talk about the top 2 things which will light up the sparks inside you and help you to cover up those gaps. Number 1, I like it. Let me share you this story. So when I was very young like you, I was 17, 16, I used to do a lot of volunteer works. So I went to a rural area to do volunteer works. After doing all the volunteer works, it's like around 4 or 5 p.m. They were been serving drinks for all the volunteers. So me and my friends, we walked to the booth to get the drinks, and then my friend said that, well, it's a long line, let's go somewhere else and get the drink. But I say that, no, I want the drink, I want that. So here you see the perspective. My friend was saying the long line and I was saying the drinks. So I just lined up into that long line, and then I see there's some people, then as soon as I go something like a little bit closer, I put my hand all the way down in 3-4 people and put inside the booth and just grab 2 drinks out of it. And that's how I could get the drinks. So that is the rule of the life. You can break the rules, you can find your shortcuts way, you can find different way, but as long you are not getting the way of other people, the way they're trying to achieve their goals, there is no problem into it. You can take it forward that way. So your way could be very different way. But it is very important that you go and give your best possible effort to reach that one, and you never stop until you achieve that. So you know that those are the 4 skills you need to achieve. So go for it and develop your skills. That is the 4th skill going to make you employable. So the second one, I like this one a lot. So this is the example I will tell you. 5 years ago, I was meeting one of my friends. He was a very stunning student, and he opened up his own startups business, and he was also doing different kind of investment too as well too. And then after his one big investment failed, he was completely saying that it's the fault of the people he invested on, completely invested on. And when I was listening again and again that his point, the one of the thing I was mentioning, I was just triggering in my head, where is your own responsibility? You have invested on that company or on those people. How much actually you have taken the responsibility? Now, are you just only making excuse for your failure? So that's the rule number 2. Do not make excuses for your failure. If you keep making excuse for your failure, you will never learn from that failure. Because it's so important that you already paid your price for learning that failure lesson. And if you're not taking the final piece, that the learning of that big prize, you are just wasted everything of it. So do not make excuses. So when you did great stuff, of course you should take the credit. At the same time, when you failed, you should take the responsibility out of it too. So now, like an example, Vietnam's amazing student, your team has been failed to be in the top 10. You maybe start thinking about blaming to the other teammates, you're blaming to the contest rules, you're blaming to your universities, blaming to your parents, blaming to your other busy thing, part-time jobs or study rules. Just stop it immediately. Take the responsibility. You did not perform good enough to be in the top 10. Think, what are the things actually you did not do well to perform well? And you do things to improve the skill. And then you will be in the top 10 in Vietnam's Amazing Student or any other contest in Vietnam or even all over the world. Take this one forward. Now you may be thinking that what is the support we have from Vietnam Student Health Revolution for you? We always have support for you because like we always said, we want to inspire you, we want to support you, we want to upskill you so you can actually be the person to help the Vietnamese people and also help yourself and have your family too as well. And what do we want to look at you and give you the loudest grab, and we want to take that happiness that we actually could help you and turn into you to that person. So let me tell what we have. Number 1, currently we open up the Genius Upskill Scholarship programs. The registration is on. Go ahead and apply for the scholarship program. We will be covering almost 80 to 90% of all the fees of even 100% too as well too. So make your best application and do your best to get the 100% scholarship for Genius Upskill program. Alright? Second thing, the teams who are not been selected as a top 10 teams, but you actually have not lost everything yet. Go back to the website, Social Development Factory, apply your project as one of the proposal, and then our VSHR incubator will support you to build your right proposal, and that can give you a wild card to Social Development Factory as well, where you will be pitching your projects to connect your projects with other company or organization to increase and expand your projects to create more positive impacts. That's exactly almost the same the top 10 teams are gonna get. You see? And third thing, join VSHR Social Hub Facebook group and be very close to this group because we are constantly creating a different skill training program moving forward. So be very close to this workshop by joining Social Hub and be very active, making questions, making posters, joining these workshops. Like an example, you have some question, you need some advice, make a post there. We have a lot of mentors, they will be giving you advices which are going to help your life. Alright? So I already gave you 3 things today. Let's work on it. Like I said that when it comes to skill development and social development, I always ask myself, if not me, who? My answer is, of course, me. The second thing I also ask myself, if not now, so when? And for my answer is always now, of course now. So that's my answer. So now I give you my answer for this question, and now you define your answer. And the faster you decide, the better it is for you. All the best.